Well, hello there and welcome to the Kitchen of the Dollhouse for another reading from The Secret Language of Birthdays by Goldschneider and Joost for the day of exciting instability. Yes, sir. And ma'am, we have some kind of bell, I reckon. I don't know, is the illustration there. It looks like a ring of some sort, but if you see on the top, it's got like one of them bells you'd see at a hotel, and then that's over the top of a measurement device of some sort. I can't tell if that's an exciting instability example or not, but hey, let's assume it is. Let's assume Gary Goldschneider and you Stelfers know what they're doing. Any event, hey, is it July 24th and it's your birthday today? Well, if it is, I just want to extend you a heartfelt happy birthday. And if you're finding this video long after your birthday has come and gone, I hope you had a happy birthday. But for everyone else who's just joining us randomly or out of curiosity, I want to extend you a heartfelt welcome and hope you enjoy yourself. All right, hey, before we dive in, let's roll us some dice. That's right, this is the Diecast Birthday Cast. So it wouldn't be that, or it wouldn't be living up to the namesake anyhow, if we didn't roll some dice. So let's do it. I rolled snake eyes, folks. I know I was holding it like that, so let's go with snake eyes, but I'm going to roll it again because you're going to think I'm faking it. I've been rolling doubles all week here. Well, we got a 1 and a 6, all right, for a 7, or snake eyes, whichever one you think is more genuine there, but one of them was a 1, right? Hey, what's synchronicity? Some of you may be wondering if you haven't tuned in to any of the other birthday streams where I told stories and such. Well, it's just the universe letting you know you're on the right track, or that anything you might have asked the universe for, it's going to lay it out for you there. But if you have the ability to look for the signs, anyhow, it's just a little experiment to do for fun. And so let's just say you roll you a 6 and a 1 for a 7, right? Or a snake eyes for a 2, who's to say? But you go out to, I don't know, you're shopping at the mall, right? And you're just kind of looking around. You're like, boy, I rolled me a 2 or a 7, and I'm not seeing anything. You're just standing there for a while. You don't see any 7s or 2s. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to get a coffee. But you don't necessarily know where the coffee is at, so you're going to have to mill around the mall because you don't want to try to figure out that giant map they got up there. In the event, before you know it, boom, there's someone standing in front of you with a jersey that's either a 2 or a 7, or maybe it's a 27, who's to say, but it's the numbers that you rolled. And you're like, man, that's kind of uncanny. This dude's got the jersey on with that number. That can't be it, right? No, that is it. Right, I know it sounds a little creepy, but hey, if you are one of these exciting and unstable folks, as they noted at the top of the page there, why not give them a little follow? I mean, be courteous about it, stand back, don't let them know you're doing it, and just see where they lead you. The coffee can wait, let me tell you. But hey, let's say you do get caught. If he notices you're following him, and maybe he confronts you about it. What are you doing? You follow me? And then just be honest about it and tell him all about the synchronicity. Hey, man, you're not going to believe this, but I rolled some numbers this morning. They go, what are you talking about? And I rolled a 27 or snake eyes for 2 or whatever. But it's the number on your jersey. They're like, yeah, right. And then you just show them my video and they'll hear this little story here and they'll be like, well, son of a gun, that's pretty crazy. And you're like, where were you going? That's what you ask him. Where were you going? He goes, or no, before he says that, maybe he says like, well, I want to join along. And he goes, well, I was following you. Where are you going, right? And he goes, I was going to get a coffee. What? That's synchronicity, baby. You're a 6 and a 1 for a 7. Or let's find the 1 here. You're 1 and a 1 for snake eyes. That's right. Okay. Hey, let's dive in, shall we, to your birthday. Your month is July, your day is the 24th, and your sign is 0 to 2 degrees Leo, of the Cancer Leo cusp specifically. And your quality element is fixed fire. That's right. Okay, July 24th, the day of exciting instability. You're erratic, right? You're erratic. All right. Hey, those born on July 24 are magnetically attracted to exciting and unstable situations, people and places, and the idea of dynamic change is highly appealing to them. Consequently, they are easily bored by the humdrum of daily existence, and most July 24 people are admirably flexible and can readily adapt to changing needs and circumstances. Unfortunately, colleagues or lovers can be thrown for a loop when July 24 person suddenly changes direction. Less highly evolved July 24 people can be rather unstable themselves, and more fully evolved individuals born on this day manage to overcome their instability, transforming it into an exciting energy that not only makes them magnetic personalities, but also fuels their endeavors. However, a preoccupation or association with eccentric personalities and out-of-the-way places never leaves them. The most successful of those born on this day can make a fascination for the unusual work for them creatively. July 24 people are most often acutely aware of how they appear to others, and it is an anathema to them to appear boring in any way. So those born on this day who are at heart more conservative often try to co-opt an avant-garde or unusual image. If they are naturally more flamboyant or strange, they make no attempt to hide it. And so many or may be considered exhibitionists by others. In fact, when July 24 people are most afraid of, what they're most afraid of is falling into a habitual rut. Apologize for the pause there. Essentially feeling stuck. Particularly women born on July 24th have a kind of nervous energy that must be tamed or trained, or they run the risk of acute stress. Men born on this day often have ego problems that need to be resolved. Both must learn not to attract too much attention to themselves and to go about their work in a confident and unassuming way. And those born on this day should free themselves of the notion that they have to prove their worth to others. Learning to progress slowly, one step at a time, and take each event as it presents itself is the key. Of course, the dramatic flair of July 24 people invariably surfaces, and it well should. The great danger is that emotional eruptions will periodically make things difficult for their families and business associates, leading to possible alienation. And such a situation is highly unfavorable because those born on July 24th in particular, a stable emotional life will make for a stable career and vice versa. July 24 people have to learn to be more self-reliant and hence less dependent on the approval of others. And to this end, they should clarify priorities. Knowing what they want out of life reduces their flake factor and makes them far less likely to hurt themselves or others in relationships. Nonetheless, due to changing circumstances, July 24 people may in fact find that they need to break off a relationship rather suddenly. Finding the best way to do so graciously and with the best interests of the other person at heart will ultimately prove less injurious to all concerned. Well, all right. What did I write down in the notes about the breakdown? Let's just dive in, shall we? So much I could say for this breakdown, but I'll try to restrain myself, okay? Contain my excitement, if you will, all right? Okay. Drawn to exciting and unstable situations. Is dynamic change highly appealing to you? That's a question. How about making a fascination for the unusual work for you creatively? Well, if that's the case, hopefully this video, that's the whole thing, the whole channel, is right in your wheelhouse, right up your alley. Boy, I'm staying on the notes there. Well, it's only going to get crazier. That's right, the channel, I mean. But hey, enough about me and my channel. Let's get back to you. This is your birthday, all right? And I did a horrible read of that anyhow. But I have to disagree with the instability, at least, in this whole breakdown, to the extent that if you are especially capable of adapting to the humdrum situations by finding excitability, well, and generating excitement, that's huge. And I don't know how that's necessarily an unstable kind of thing, but maybe it's just the whole factor of you finding people along the way and then getting into harebrained schemes and such as a byproduct of it. And as I've said in previous videos, excitement breeds energy and motivation, and I am fully behind that because for me, getting the energy and the motivation can be a full-time job. I don't know if that's the same for you. It sounds like it isn't, but if it isn't, that's a highly desirable quality, and I say keep after it. I hope it is truly as effortless as the book makes it sound. But if it is just as hard for you, I truly empathize. And I don't want to appear or feel boring either. But as the reading also mentioned, don't think you have to prove yourself, okay? There's a confidence in being exciting, magnetic personality, but projecting an unassuming air. That's right. You must contain your power. It's a strange dynamic, but there's a certain element, dare I say, more powerful in surprising people with your energy. So maybe try exercising that dramatic effect, if you haven't before, of being unassuming and not letting people know the energy you possess, and then surprising them with it. That's right. Think of it as something to try when you're bored. That's right. That's what I wrote for the breakdown. So let's dive in with your numbers and your planets. I'm going to slide this over. You might hear it. There it is. Those born on the 24th day of the month are ruled by the number 6. We rolled one of those at one point, didn't we? 2 plus 4 equals 6. And by the planet Venus. And those ruled by the number 6 are magnetically attractive and often inspire admiration, even adulation. In addition, since Venus is strongly connected with social interaction, it is a great temptation for July 24 people to give themselves over completely to exciting romantic and sexual experiences, made still hotter by the influence of the Sun, the ruler of Leo. In any case, love is often the dominant theme in the life of those ruled by the number 6. So I think we're going to say it was a 1 and a 6 because you know what? You're ruled by it. That's right. Okay. Not no snake eyes. Okay. Let's dive into what I had to write in the notes for your numbers and your planets. Once again, we drilled down on your magnetism and attraction. The idea of inspiring admiration, strong connection to social interaction. It sounds like the whole desirable package, if you were to ask me. Certainly the exciting romantic side part of it. But remember to lean in on focusing on the stability, lest you alienate folks. I'd say the romantic ties that bind are apt to carry with them far more radioactive fallout if you alienate folks in that realm. Alienoid. As you may well know. Who's to say? All right. But maybe you're all for that, considering an attraction to unstable situations. But I just thought I'd mention it. Food for thought. That's right. Okay. Let's dive in to your tarot. That's right. The more eclectic of the New Agey practices in my mind, but I also think it's fun and interesting. So let's give her a read, all right? As if to emphasize this last point, the 6th card of the major arcana, you might have guessed it, is the Lovers, symbolizing the love that unites all of humanity through integration of masculine and feminine polarities. On the good side of this card indicates affections and desires on a high moral, aesthetic, and physical plane. On the bad side, unfulfilled desires, sentimentality, and indecisiveness. Ooh, not a whole lot to work with there. This one had me stumped for a little bit because I want to provide you folks something. It is your birthday, and they really just broke down the card. They didn't apply it to you. So let me do the legwork there, Gary Goldschneider, you stuffers, for it is your birthday. All right. Ooh, the Lovers card. Who'd have guessed any different? That's right. Hey, symbolization of the ties that unite humanity. As if there weren't already a lot of weight being thrown toward the benefits you're apt to have, an intrinsic ability to elicit. You know, providing you have the desire. All right, I say it, I say make it one. I say make it one, that's what I wrote. Have the desire to elicit the camaraderie of your fellow human beings and unite the world with love. Now, you don't necessarily have to get out there and start a, what do you call it? Pro bono type business. I can't remember what they call it. Not for profit. Yeah. I'm here to unite the planet with love. Like, damn, that's an ambitious not-for-profit organization. Let's do it. Here's your business loan. Yeah, I doubt it. But I say, hey, make it a name, right? Why not? You don't want to be bored, and you're done with all that instability. You still want to be excited, but maybe make it more stable. That's right. I'm all over the place with that. But I think being altruistic to some extent is never going to steer you wrong. Even if it seems less fun, you might find you have all the fun in the world with it. And there you're not leaving any scorned lovers in your wake. Potentially. All right. Anyway, especially if the dynamic change really is highly appealing to you. That's right. Okay, that's what I wrote for your tarot. I threw in a little bit on there, even though I was all over the place. So let's dive in with your health. All right. Because of their tendency to recklessness, July 24 people must beware of accidents of all sorts. The involvement with instability mentioned earlier can lead them to some very tricky areas from which their health may not emerge unscathed. Experimentation with drugs, weird situations, and strange people may be inevitable. But July 24 people generally recognize the importance of not getting stuck, and what they learn may prove invaluable to them. Those born on this day are prone to eating and drinking binges, and their diets should be as varied as possible in order to crowd out such unhealthy habits. Greater emphasis on grains and vegetables and a reduction in protein, meat, and refined sugars is recommended. Exercise is usually not a central concern for July 24 people who are so often in motion and exercising their bodies in the course of their daily activities. All right, what did I have to write for your health? All right. Recklessness and accidents. I suppose that makes sense if you chase after that excitement. That's right, especially the instability one, or unstable excitement. Let's see, I like the use of the word tricky. That's right. I like it there for some reason. Let's see. Perhaps it's because it paints the perfect picture of the kinds of pickles you might get yourself in, especially if you have the predilection for getting into those exciting sexual experiences. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Tricky. Okay. Anyway, other than that, watch out for strange people. That's more one in my mind. Maybe you like them strange folks. And focus on your grains and greens. Proteins are not good for you, no sir. Apparently. And though I'd like to know how they drill down on and arrive at that conclusion. It's always interesting to me when they throw it in on the health. Pertaining to your diet. Anyway, let's move on to some advice. At some time or other in your life, you will have to regulate your energies. Consider burnout. Your desires may not carry you as far as you think. Learn to be alone and like it. Try to be more considerate of others. Okay, I think I added just a quick little snippet there for the advice. I'm not really one to give advice, though I probably sound preachy through this whole thing. Regulate your energy. That's right. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Chasing excitement is a young man's game, even if you're a woman. And there's nothing wrong with being alone, all right? Sometimes it's inevitable. So figure out how to make it exciting. All right. That's what I wrote. Concise, to the point, and I figured it was apt. Okay. Here is your meditation. We must learn when to indulge and when to deny hunger. Once again, we must learn when to indulge and when to deny hunger, especially if it's for protein. That's right. Okay, hey, let's dive in with your strengths and your weaknesses. Your strengths: you're daring, you're exciting, and you're magnetic. That's right. I think we knew all those already. And a lover. I didn't put that one down in there. You're a lover. And your weaknesses: unstable, flighty, sexually obsessive. Ooh, they did remember lover. How about that? Okay. Hey, let's dive into those born on this day so we know what company July 24th people are in and maybe get a snapshot of the personality type that they're discussing. If, we can append that over onto some pop culture references there. Maybe clear things up for us. See if we know any, because we don't always know everybody's birthday. All right. Born on this day: Amelia Earhart. Flighty, eh? I think they wrote that. Yep, for weaknesses. Flighty. All right, see, Amelia Earhart, pilot, the first woman to fly across the U.S. and back and lost over the South Pacific. We have Simon Bouvier is a South American soldier, statesman, Bulgarian independence fighter, namesake of the country. He fought to unite all of South America. Oh, see, altruistic. Though through war means, it sounds like. We have Alexandre Dumas Sr., the French novelist, the Count of Monte Cristo, and the Three Musketeers. We also have Zelda Fitzgerald. She was the F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife of the Jazz Age symbol and a schizophrenic. She died in a hospital fire. From what I've heard of her, she was certainly a live wire. Exciting instability, for sure. We have Robert Graves, British poet, critic and mythologist, historical novelist of I, Claudius. We have Julia Crone, who's a female jockey. How about that? Linda Carter, the TV actress, Wonder Woman. John MacDonald, mystery writer. Travis McGee, for Travis McGee books is what John MacDonald wrote. We have Bella Abzug, a U.S. Congresswoman, a women's rights activist. We have Walt Bellamy, a basketball player, an NBA, 7 all-time rebounds, and 13th in scoring. We also have Karl Malone, the Utah Jazz basketball forward, also known as the Mailman. That's right. And the U.S. Dream Team gold medalist. We also have Michi Nakamura, who's a Japanese soprano. We have Billy Taylor, the jazz pianist. Gotta move this, sorry. And then we have Ernst Bloch, who's a composer. Chief Dan George, or Jorge potentially. Native American leader, probably George. We have Charles McPherson, the jazz alto saxophonist. We have Guy Savoy, a French chef, writer of Les Légumes Gourmands. We also have Kenneth B. Clark, an educator, civil rights leader. Peter Serkin, a pianist. Frank Wedekind, who was a German playwright, actor, and poet. And I wrote down here some and did a little research. Jennifer Lopez, you know who she is, the actress and singer and dancer. We have Barry Bonds, the baseball player. And we also have Michael Richards. We're ending it strong. He was Kramer on the Seinfeld there. That's right. Michael Richards. Okay. What else have we got here? We read everything except your season is summer. Your sign, once again, is Leo, of the Cancer Leo cusp, and your quality and element is fixed fire. That's right, fixed fire. Yeah, and this has been July 24th, the day of exciting instability from the Secret Language of Birthdays by Gary Goldschneider and Joost. I have an affiliate link for this book down in the description if you want to dive in further for yourself. This makes a great coffee table book, let me tell you, in addition to your bookcase, and it's going to get the conversation started for all those times you have people over. Even though I know you don't need the tool. It's a crutch for you, right? But hey, maybe some people just need you to take it down a little bit this time. So get you some birthdays, that's right. And you could read it as energetically as I am, but probably more. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Okay, once again, I just want to say, if it was your birthday today, happy birthday. And for everyone else who just joined us randomly, I hope you enjoyed yourself and you come back for your birthday. Once again, I think we drilled down on it. Your numbers? A 6 and a 1, though I think I flipped the crown in the root there. If you're chakra lovers, there, that might be better, right? Who's to say? I might be the white 6 and a red 1. Either way, 6 and 1 for a 7, or a snake eyes for a 2. Get out there and find that soccer jersey and meet you a new friend. And get out there and get you a coffee. And then you'll help get another subscriber for me because you showed him this video. That's right. Okay, hey, it's not about me. It's your birthday. Once again, happy birthday. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.